All right, day one of my San Juan's mountain trip this year. Today we're doing Mount Sneffels from the Blue Lakes trailhead. It's the non-standard route. The standard route goes up the Yankee Boy Basin. Um, this is on the west side, kind of the southwest side of Mount Sneffels. Behind me is Upper Blue Lake. We're climbing up to Blue Lakes Pass, about 13,000 feet up there, and then we'll do the southwest ridge route to Mount Sneffels, which is also the non-standard route. A little bit more technical, a little bit more fun, probably. So far we're 4.75 miles or so, coming up this steep slope, almost to 12,000 feet. We'll keep working our way up, but it's a little cloudy. The last 2 days have been super rainy, so it's pretty wet out here. Hopefully, I'm thinking based on the weather forecast, the clouds will burn off here in a little bit. But the sun's rising a little bit later than it has been all summer. It's getting darker earlier as well, so it's almost 7 o'clock in the morning. Pretty cloudy, like I said. Still pretty dark, but we'll be heading up. There to Sneffels, and Sneffels is just behind there. So we'll keep working our way up and keep you posted on the route, just like we usually do. All right, made it up to Blue Lakes Pass. So this is the turnoff for Mount Sneffels. We're about 5.9 miles in, 3,500 vertical feet or so. We came from down there. So that's Upper Blue Lake right there, middle, and then Lower Blue Lake's down in there. And we came up through that valley there and then straight up this slope, about 1,100 feet or so. Then our route is going to go up this broken ridge here. So that's up there, that's Mount Sneffels. So we're going to go along here, kind of climb up this gully here, and then on the backside and continue to climb. Pretty little technical through there. I don't know how many videos I'm going to take, but I'll try to get some at the checkpoints. Probably a mile and another 1,000 feet of gain through some class 3 terrain, so it'll take a little bit. And then the standard route to Sneffels comes over here, comes up through there, up that slope, and then through a little gully to the top up there. I think I was gonna come down that route, but I don't want to get down there and have to climb back up to this Blue Lakes Pass to get down where I came from. So I may have to come down the southwest ridge, which is fine. We can do it. But we'll keep trucking along. Clouds are clearing up. It's gonna be an awesome day, I think. All right, working our way up the ridge. Blue Lakes Pass is right there. So we've been working our way up, kind of zigzagging through here along some relatively stable boulders. Hard to keep climbing up. This is the next steep spot right here. There's a lot of climbing to go, but I thought I'd give you a good perspective of the route. All right, here's where it gets a little hairy. So we got to down climb this, kind of go around there, and then we got to climb back up a steep gully right behind this rock here, to that point there. And after that point there, we continue to follow the ridge around. But that's Mount Sneffels up there. Pretty awesome scrambling so far. Nice day. We'll keep plugging along. All right, scrambling up this gully here. So we started down there, been working our way up some loose stuff here. Not very fun. And then we're gonna continue up that way towards the ridge crest again. It's pretty good scrambling through here. Not too bad. All right, kind of covered in clouds now, but we'll just follow this ridge all the way up to Sneffels there. It's So we're working our way up, about 13,800 feet. Looking back, this is what we're climbing up. Blue Lakes Pass is right there. And then you can see Upper Blue Lake right there. All right, made it up to Mount Sneffels, 14,153. I am all alone on this peak right now. We just came up from that way. Down there you can see Blue Lakes where we came from. Just incredible views. Clouds are trying to clear. So far about 6.8 miles, 4,800 feet or so. I think I'm gonna go down the South Slopes route, the standard route, which will take me this way and then down to that saddle down there, and then down that slope, and then I'll have to regain Blue Lakes Pass there. But so far so good. Feeling awesome about this. Can't believe I'm the only one up here. All right, we'll head down here. I'll probably wait 30 minutes or so, and then go back down, back to the trailhead, and then on to the next peak. All right, heading down the standard route. This is the gully. I missed the V notch in the route description and ended up going way too far downhill and had to climb back up, or I would have, but I found a little steep, narrow gully to come down that went, so I took that. But that, you can see some climbers up there. It goes all the way to the top. So this is what we're climbing down. And then we're gonna meet up with the saddle here and then come straight down to the right. There's some people right there you can see, and that's gonna go straight down the slope. And then you can see the trail I'll have to take back to the pass, Blue Lake Pass. So that's the route I'm gonna take. Really steep down through this gully, but the clouds are still there, but it's beautiful out. Minimal wind. Can't beat it. All right, working our way down the south slope. This stuff is steep and loose and not fun at all. So we're going slow on the way down. You can see my route. So if you come down here, wrap around to the left, about that hill there, I'm gonna turn right and just cut over towards the trail there and back up to Blue Lakes Pass. This is the slope we're coming down. Yeah, video probably doesn't do it justice, but man, this thing is steep. This thing is loose. Some of these people aren't wearing helmets, and that's a risk. That's a risk. Here, so there's Blue Lake Pass over there. This is the ridge. This is the ridge we took all the way up, and then Sneffels is hidden. Sneffels is behind that rock there. I can kind of see some people up there, but that's the ridge we traversed up. Pretty wicked looking. That thing's cool. The clouds are still there, but kind of clearing up. So we'll keep working our way down and turn right when we get down there. Head back home, or temporary home, to the campsite. Here's the full view of the ridge. So Blue Lake Pass. We went on the back side of those, and then climbed up and down dropped through there, then back up, and then did a couple down drops and then back up through there, and then towards the top we just followed that ridge all the way up to the summit, which is right up there. Pretty cool ridge. All right, working our way up to Blue Lakes Pass, which is just right there. Another 100, 200 feet or so left. You can see the whole route here, the Southwest Ridge route to Sneffels, and then we banked down and came down this way, and then down this steep slope here, which was super loose and steep and not any fun. Still cloudy, so I don't know how longer this is gonna hold up. So I'll get up to the pass and then get back down the Blue Lakes probably as quickly as I can. Snap a few photos on the way. But this looks back over here to the Yankee Boy Basin in the standard route. So it will follow down through that valley there. That right there is Tea Kettle Mountain. Oh no, that's Tea Kettle. That must be Dallas Peak. That's Tea Kettle because it looks like a tea kettle. So yeah, a little cloudy still, but we'll make it back before it rains. This view right now from Blue Lakes Pass is incredible. Lots of clouds down in the valley. So that's our route down there. We'll switch back down to Upper Blue Lake, and then wrap around and then go down back to the trailhead. So probably another 5.5 miles or so from here to the trailhead. We'll keep working our way down. Walking back down to Blue Lakes. Give you a view of my view. Pretty sweet. All right, made it back down. This is middle Blue Lake here. You can see the trail kind of following along, and then we're gonna descend that back to the valley. My valley has a lot of clouds still, but the weather looks okay. Then we just came from the pass up there, so that's Blue Lake Pass, and then Sneffels is up there, so this is the ridge we just traversed, and then back down the other side, and then right up there is Upper Blue Lake with some awesome scenery behind it. But we're making our way down. Probably get some lunch when we get down, and then pack up and head to the next trailhead. All right, back below the clouds again to Lower Blue Lake. This is the bluest lake I have ever seen. Really cool. So from Blue Lake down here, we're gonna go further right, back to the trailhead. But thought I'd give a picture of this. This is awesome. All right, guys. I thought I'd wait and do my follow-up video at my next campsite. The Mount Sneffels Blue Lakes Trail was amazing. The Blue Lakes were incredible, actually. The bluest lakes I've ever seen, so I get why they call them Blue Lakes. But yeah, overall, good day, like 13.3 miles. 5,100 vertical feet or so. So yeah, just staying right on track. Tomorrow will probably be my hardest day for this trip, and then even for me ever. I plan to do the El Diente Mount Wilson traverse. It's one of the 4 great 14er traverses in Colorado. A lot of route finding, pretty spicy, but should be a lot of fun. Hopefully there's some people there when I get there. So we'll go up the Kilpacker route up to El Diente first, and then we'll see what it's like up there. It sounds like it's going to be awesome, but we'll see what it's like. If not, we can just get Wilson Peak from the I think it's the southwest slopes, I believe, from the same trail. Just make it a longer day. Another long day planned tomorrow, about 12 and a half miles, 5,000 feet or so. I'm currently at the Kilpacker trailhead. I went and found a great camp spot, just right here in the trees. There's my tent. So if you come over here, right behind me is a little mountain vista. If you look right behind, right there, that's El Diente. Wilson is there, I believe. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So we gotta traverse all the way there. It's pretty out in the open up here, about 10,500 feet or so. If I walk over here, all U.S. Forest Service land, all public land, but rough dirt road to get up here. If you come over here and look out this way, some nice views. But like I said, hopefully we meet somebody tomorrow to do the traverse with. That's kind of what I'm banking on, so I don't have to go at it alone. But if I did, I'm going to study up tonight on the route I have saved. But it should be a great day. I'll do that, set up camp some more, and eat some food, and probably hit the sack for another early day tomorrow. Stay tuned. All right, I haven't been taking any video because of the technical nature of the climb, and I was about right down there when it was still dark. So we climbed up here, real steep gully to El Diente Peak right there. Spent about 10 minutes up there, and then now we're traversing this ridge. This is pretty dicey. Class 3, Class 4. This is the rest of it. It's hard to see because of the sun, but Mount Wilson's right there. So we got a long ways to go. May take a couple hours. Over there is Mount Sneffels. That's where I was yesterday. The plan is either to go down this gully, back to this basin and around, or down this basin and around back that way, the way we came. We can get there both ways. We'll keep plugging along. Probably not as many videos today, but I'll post some pictures for sure, because this is insane. There's another view from the ridge. There's El Diente. We've been climbing up and down this thing. Just come up a steep part right there, and then the rest of the route goes this way. So there's Mount Wilson, and then we'll see which way we go down, either right or left, and then back to the trailhead from there. All right, well, we made a little detour. I made a badass up here, and now we're doing all 3 on the Wilson group today. So over there is El Diente. We did the traverse to Wilson Peak, and then we came down the north slopes here, steep and loose, pretty terrible, to about there, and then traversed this slope below Gladstone Peak to a trail behind here and then worked our way up. And now we've been scrambling up here towards Wilson Peak. So that's what we're doing now. More class 3 scrambling. It's gonna be a long day. It's about 1:15. The weather's awesome. We'll go back down the Navajo Basin trail to the Kilpacker cutoff and then back. It'll probably be 19 miles or so. We'll keep working our way up.
Gothic and some of those mountains kind of on the north end of the drainage of the valley.
All right, made it to the top of Wilson Peak, just over 14,000 feet. Peak number 3 for the day. So we went up the backside of that ridge there in the Kilpacker Basin up to south slopes up to El Diente. Did the full traverse to Wilson Peak, came down and kind of skirted around all the way. There's a pass right here behind here, and then we climbed up this way. Some gnarly scrambling to the top of Mount Wilson. So according to GPS, so we're gonna go down Navajo back to the trailhead. It's about 9 miles from where we're at now, so it'll be probably around 18 miles and 6,000 feet or so when it's all said and done. So pretty long day, epic day, probably the most epic day I've ever had. Look over here into the San Juan Range. Absolutely incredible. All right, I'll do a little follow-up video, a little reflection of the Wilson group climb that I did. It was actually yesterday. So yesterday was an amazing day. I didn't plan to do all 3. I just planned to do El Diente and Wilson, or Mount Wilson, from the south side, the Kilpacker Basin, and do the traverse. So I got up there, going on my way to El Diente, and I ended up just sticking with a gal that was going up too, and we just decided to traverse or go across the traverse with each other, just so we have someone else, which was nice. So we got over there to Mount Wilson. Well, let's back up a little bit. Steep climb up to El Diente, but pretty fun actually. Wasn't too bad. A couple of rock fall situations, but it was okay. Nothing. I was wearing my helmet. It was all right. And then the traverse was amazing. Actually really well marked. Not as complicated as I thought it would be. Made for a really, really great day. So we made it across that traverse in an hour and a half, which is pretty good, I think. You know, it's a mile across, some, steep, exposed, class 3, class 4 terrain. So we made it over to Mount Wilson in about 5.5 hours from the start of the trailhead. And then she was like, well, I'm going to go to Wilson Peak, I think. I'm feeling pretty good. So to put it in perspective, Wilson Peak is across another ridge line, but you have to climb down Mount Wilson first, and then we skirted across the slopes below Gladstone Peak, and then went back up to Wilson. So at the top of Wilson, it was probably about 9 miles, 9 hours, and 6,500 vertical feet at that point, which is pretty intense. And it was, by the time we summited up there, it was just before 2 p.m. So stood up there for a little bit, just rested, and then went back down the Navajo Basin, and then met up with a trail that kicks you back over to Kilpacker. So overall, it was 18.7 miles and 6,500 vertical feet or so for the day, which would make my longest day. It also was almost 14 hours of climbing, 13 hours 47 minutes, I believe, which is also my longest day ever, and it's probably the most epic day I've ever had. And I wouldn't have done it if I didn't meet that random stranger up there, which was what I was hoping I was gonna do anyway. So it worked out. So today I just took a rest day since I already did Wilson Peak. I was gonna do Wilson Peak today,
But since I already did it, I slept in. I didn't do a video last night because I was so tired. After that, just went to bed and got up and left this morning around 9 from my old campsite and took my time and drove down here to San Luis Peak. So I'm right here at the trailhead. Hopefully other people start camping behind me. I feel kind of weird being by myself over here. But tomorrow we'll do San Luis, about 12 miles or so. Should be fairly easy. Then I'm heading home. So it's been a great trip so far. Tomorrow will be the last day, the last push. If we get San Luis, we'll be up to number 42. So I'll probably do a little bit more video of San Luis since it's super easy and nothing too crazy. I didn't do a lot for the Wilson group just because it was exposed and I was with other people for most of the time, so didn't want to take up a bunch of time because we were moving pretty quick. But yeah, it's been a great trip so far. Stay tuned for tomorrow.
All right, today we're going up to San Luis Peak. Last day of my adventure down here in the San Juans, for this year at least. I got a little later start than usual. It's a pretty easy peak and the weather's supposed to be really nice, so I didn't leave till about 6:30 when the sun came up because it's more enjoyable that way. So we're just walking through this valley right now, pretty flat. We'll keep you posted along the way like usual. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad today. 35 degrees this morning when I woke up, so getting pretty chilly out here. But luckily I have the gear to keep myself warm. But yeah, like I said, we'll keep you posted like we usually do, and then we'll keep working our way up. All right, working our way up. Walking through a beautiful meadow right now, pretty flat. We've probably gone 800 feet or so in 3.3 miles, so not too bad. Making great time, 20-minute mile pace so far. So we'll keep following through the meadow along, and then we'll go past that little ridge right there, and I think it goes up from there. And San Luis Peak is behind that. I think so. I think that's right. Really nice out here. I think the weather's gonna keep holding up. It's been great weather for the whole trip, so we'll keep working our way up. Super cool. I did pass a moose on the way up. That was kind of sketchy. It was probably like within 50 feet of me in the meadow here, but I just talked to it, let it know that I was there. It was by itself, so I didn't have any little ones or anything like that with her, so it was okay. But yeah, we'll keep working our way up and keep enjoying the scenery. All right, opening up here on right around Timberline. So we'll keep going through here, and the route kind of zigzags up through here over a really nice trail right here. And then San Luis is, you can barely see it, but it's that peak right there, just behind this one. All right, made it up to the saddle. You can see our trail here. It's gonna follow all the way along that ridge to San Luis right there. That we just came from down there in that basin. So we're about 5.8 miles and 2,800 feet or so to less than a mile and less than 1,000 feet to the summit. We'll see you up top. All right, made it up to San Luis Peak. This is looking west to where I was a couple of days ago, or even just yesterday. So you really can't see it on the video, but there's a peak way in the distance. Wilson Peak. I think that's the Wilson group over there. Right there. I did a couple summers ago, actually no, it was last fall. We came up this way. bit, and then we'll head back down the same way and call it a trip. This will probably be my last video until the follow-up, like usual. I'm heading down pretty quick, back down the same way we came. Super nice trail, super easy, pretty long. I mean, it's gonna be like 13.2 miles, but honestly, this is one of the easiest 14ers I've ever done. I'll probably finish in under 6 hours. For being 13 miles is pretty good. There's just no technical terrain, and the elevation gain is literally half of what I did on Sunday or Saturday. So this is a pretty remote peak, though. I can't believe how far we had to get back in here. It's like 35 miles on dirt roads all the way back here, and then a 6-mile trek up this valley to get here. So it's pretty remote. It's surrounded by peaks. It's pretty beautiful, actually. But yeah, it's starting to warm up a little bit. Had a shuttle there. We'll keep trekking down this valley here until we get back to the trailhead, but should be smooth sailing on the way down, and then heading back home to regroup and reflect. Guys, there's a freaking bull moose right there. It's so hard to see from this distance from the camera, but he's just chilling right there, eating on the willows right there. You can see his antlers. Nice. That's the second moose I've seen today. Pretty remote, like I said. A lot of wildlife.